Hello and welcome everyone to Cybercast episode 59, the Transformer video podcast. I am G1 Hexatron. I am joined with my co-host here, Dakota, also known as PrimalSabbath, Jaim, also known as Victory Saber 77. Got quite a bit to cover today. We got a ton of toys. We actually have 39 topics, so or tabs, and we'll get into all those things. I'm going to start off with the show with just an introduction to some of the forum section, or not forums, but blogs that we have. Then we'll get into the Hasbro and Takara toys. Then we'll get into the Masterpiece, if there are any, third-party figures, and add-on sets. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Transformer Universe game, how they're actually going to start not charging people, but they've been promoting the whole time that it's going to be absolutely free. But we came to find out that there are actually going to be bonuses if you pay a certain amount and stuff like that. So we'll get more into that topic towards the end. But before we get started, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself? Dakota?
I'm Dakota, and you can find me everywhere at PrimalSabbath.
And I am Jaim. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube, Victory Saber 77.
You know what, Dakota? We'll just I have it pulled up, a little blog thing, or for the CCN channel. So we'll just, you can bring that stuff up whenever we get to that little tab.
Okay.
As far as me, you can find me Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. I plan on start putting some stuff up there for you guys, and also adding to the galleries some nice photos and stuff. Now that I got my new camera, things are going to be looking good. You can find me at all those things, G1 Hexatron and YouTube, and you can also like my Facebook page, the G1 Hexatron. So, as far as the Cybercast goes, we do have a few things. We have the website, www.cybercastnetwork.com. We have Twitter, CybercastNet, and then our Facebook page is Cybercast Network, and I believe that's pretty much it, right, guys? YouTube, Cybercast Network.
Yep.
Before we get to the toys, you guys get anything in this week or planning on reviewing this week that you're excited about?
Actually, the review probably won't go up until like sometime in July, but I got the Transformers Collectors Club exclusive Nightbeat in the mail this past week.
I saw that.
Yep.
Cool.
Liking it. Really dig it. It's a little loose, but I dig it.
Jim?
I got nothing. I mean, I've been taking pictures of everything. I still need to take all the pictures for the Brave of Gold Gold series and trying to get some reviews out when I can. But yeah.
I ended up getting G1 Red Alert finally, but the guy forgot to send the stickers. And then he told me that, no, they're in there. They're in this little section right here. And I'm like, nope, no, they're not. So he went on vacation, so hopefully he sends those to me here pretty soon. Also, I think coming in probably like Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be the MP12J Gold Sideswipe. It's the Red Alert mold, but missing the light bar. So.
I did not know that.
Well, he's got red thighs, which is the Red Alert versus the Lambor. All right, so the first little thing that I wanted to bring up, keep on forgetting to bring this up every single week, but we are doing a Cybercast giveaway. We plan to give away one of our Cybercast Network shirts. All you have to do is be a subscriber to Cybercast Network, G1 Hexatron, PrimalSabbath, Victory Saber 77, so pretty much all of our channels and our community channel. Be a member of CybercastNetwork.com. It's absolutely free. And as soon as we hit 100 members, we will end up picking the winner. Doesn't matter where you live in the world, we will ship this absolutely free. If you do want to buy one of these shirts, I believe it is $23, and that includes shipping here in the 48 states. If you are larger than an XL, you will just add $250 to that. So do have a couple left. I think we just have 3 left, a medium, a large, and an extra large. So if you need one of those sizes, we can ship it out Monday. If you need a different size and we don't have it right now, then as soon as we sell out of these, or here pretty soon, we'll end up ordering some more. So, also on a side note, I'm doing a giveaway as well. As soon as we hit 250 members on CybercastNetwork.com and get 250 subscribers to Cybercast Network YouTube channel, and I think I need just 100 more subscribers, then I will be sending out a free Generations Whirl and Generations Rhinox as well, so mint and seal box. All right, so the first thing, and this is something that you had planned to do on Cybercast Network's YouTube channel last week, but me and Jaim kind of went a different direction. I think people liked it, but this coming week you're going to continue on with this, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and this is just starting from G1, Season 1, Episode 1 to G1, Season 2, the end.
Essentially, yeah, and it was really hard because I went and I studied all of the season 2 episodes and even the multi-parters beyond what we kind of mentioned in the very first of the timeline continuity didn't really play a huge important part. Like if you go back and look at it, it looks like at the very last episode of season 1 is where the 1986 movie should have picked up from. Just season 2 just seemed like so much filler, so it's like most of this article is comprised of just events that happened in season 1, and just a handful of and then they did some more stuff, and that was pretty much season 2, oddly enough.
All right, you were breaking up there for a second, but yeah, season 2 was probably one of my favorites, to be honest.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Got some really cool characters like the aerial bots, Stunticons, Combaticons, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but from the story structure, it was just...
Yeah, it was all filler.
lacking.
I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's fine. Why don't you go pick out some of the best episodes, and we can just discuss those. All right, the next blog article is from VictorySaber77, The Legend of Brave of Goldren. We on the Cybercast love this series, and we've all, I know me and Jaim have done some reviews of this stuff, but in my opinion, if there's one series to get really behind as far as the toys, it's this one. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is the probably hands down one of the best toy series in the entire Brave series. I mean, they're all great, but nothing can compare with Great Goldren. And this is the first time we actually have 3 individual characters that actually combine into one super robot, unlike what we got with, like, let's say Great Might Game Perfect Mode, where you had Might Gunner as a gun. He didn't really incorporate anything into the actual super robot mode like Sorakagi does here with the wings and such. But the storyline is really good. It is a little more toned down. It is probably borderline real kiddish. So if you're looking at something that, if you want some darker stories and such, this is probably not going to be the series for you, but it is still a good series. You do get a lot of great character development. The villain is a little bit, silly at times, or mainly all the time, but it's a different take, and that's what I like about it. It's unique, and we get unique characters like right there. You get Captain Shark in this series, which is just a fantastic character, and you get the Silver Knights and such. So
ooh,
it's a good series. And then yes, and right there, I so wish that Takara would have given us the red Zazori gun there, which is a red version of Scorponok and such, but
I might have to get someone to customize that for me. That looks awesome.
yeah, it is a really nice, sweet piece there. But yeah, so there you go.
All right, and PrimalSabbath Cybercast Countdown to BotCon Part 9.
I was pretty biased on this one for obvious reasons. Definitely my favorite of the Fun Publication years. It's not my favorite set ever. That still remains to be the 2001 set. But definitely a lot of really interesting things here. Most notably was something that was called the Board Wars. That is no longer with the convention due to... it could have been sore losers. It could have been a rigged thing. I mean, we're never really going to know for sure. But... it definitely remains to be, as far as the set goes, the whole toys as a whole, definitely the golden standard for Fun Publication BotCon figures, just because of being such a tight theme and just everything kind of working so well.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that comes close to it, just both in price and just pure fan want, is the 2008 set. Um, so
All right. And if you watched last week, or I guess this week on Cybercast Network, the CCN show, we took a few of these topics on here that are under Transformers general discussion in the forums. Cybercast, Aftercast, CCN show topic ideas. We took some of y'all's, and that's what we kind of just made the show of. Now, if you have any more, please go down here and leave some more ideas and try to make them open, actual discussions, topic ideas, not yes, no, I guess questions like, do you like Megatron or Galvatron? It's not really a topic, we just kind of answer it real quick. So, any more ideas for that, guys?
No, I mean, you hit it on the head. Just be thought-provoking. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, if you wouldn't want to listen to us talk about it or discuss it, then probably no one else does. All right, so getting into the toys, we have Hasbro's. This is Generations Legends 2-pack Scrapnel, which is also known as Shrapnel, and Reflector. So some closer-up images of these guys, and I'm pretty happy with them. I like the way these look, the way they turned out. Hopefully they come out with the rest of them.
it looks like a really nice mold, and I'm kind of saying that because someone posted somewhere how that the shrapnel would make a really good vice grip from BotCon '98, and I don't know. I'd like to see that maybe at some point. I mean, it'd get another recolor out of the mold, so why not?
Yeah.
But it looks good.
I'm hoping we get the rest of them, and maybe with each other Insecticon, we get another reflector figure also.
Oh, if it could
Which would be really
combine
cool.
somehow.
Yeah, but
That
it looks
would
like
be
Ari has a camera mode, but it would be kind of cool to kind of go with that.
Yeah, you could definitely beef this up somehow. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, now in-package images of
Ooh.
Generations Leader Jetfire. Basically, you're looking at kind of a Voyager-looking box, but I guess it's just upscaled. And if you haven't seen the pictures already, he's going to come with a visor that comes down, and then you can also just leave face open. Looks like, yeah, the weapons, because this is obviously the final version here. It's got that vacuum metallized, red there, which is really cool. Here in the back as well.
I like the look of this guy. I may wait for price to go down on him a little bit, or wait for someone to have a little bit of buyer's remorse, but he looks really good.
Yeah, I like the updated look of him.
I wouldn't be waiting for buyer's remorse, man. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Oh, it always happens with retail release.
I like this guy.
My only concern with that figure is the fact that is he going to be back heavy? Some of the robot pictures looks like he's kind of leaning forward to kind of compensate for that, but maybe not. I don't know, because he's got
a nice
all
heel
that-
spur back here.
Yeah, well, at least hopefully doesn't wear on the joints and everything. But yes, but definitely does look really awesome, and it's about time we get a Generations Leader class figure. So.
All right, now getting into the Takara Cloud, you have some new images of Megatron here. This was at, what was it? I think it was some Transformer Expo in Thailand. You can see him here. We've pretty much all seen that, but it's more, in-hand images than versus, these little mock-ups and stuff like that. So,
yeah,
there you go. Next one from the same place. Here you have Starscream. You can also see Optimus Prime over there. There he is in both modes, and then you have Megatron over here as well. I don't know how I feel about that face, but I'm not getting it regardless, just because I think it's ridiculous to pay $100 for something like that.
Yeah.
But I know some people dig it.
I like the idea that they're kind of putting behind the cloud stuff. I just don't like the execution. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. All right, now new pictures of the Kids Logic. These are the colored prototypes you have from the Thailand Toy Expo. You can see all 5 of them there. It's really nice. And here's some close-ups. Again, like we discussed earlier, you're not going to have any articulation here in the elbows, and nothing, I believe, in the knee. You're just going to be able to rotate here at the thighs, rotate at the head, and rotate here at the shoulders. So,
At
and you
least
got the
the eyes
light
light
feature.
up.
Yeah.
All things considered.
And it looks like there's some nice paint applications on them as well. So. I think that was it on that. Yeah.
They look good. I'm just glad that the light up eyes don't hinder like the rest of the head mold. That you see the light, kind of popping out everywhere else. In some molds, you kind of see that with some toys. They look really good, especially that Starscream. I like that Starscream there.
Oh yeah.
Just the smirk kind of look on his face.
I just hate you have to buy the 5-pack.
Yeah.
You're gonna find a lot of these. If you're wanting just one, just wait till they come out and look on eBay. You're gonna find like tons of them on there, individually. Because I mean, you buy the 5-pack. I think it was going for like $130 or something like that. Is what you could get it for. So I mean, it's not a terrible price, but you're gonna see people like just take the Soundwave. Like if it was Roy, he'd just take the Soundwave, and then he's gonna end up selling each one of these guys for probably, I don't know, what'd you pay? 30, 40 bucks.
Yeah, give or take.
Wow.
Yeah, so if he can get, let's say if he can get 35, then that's 140 back, which he ends up getting the figure that he wants, and it ends up the set pays for itself. Yeah, so I see a lot of that happening. The other things, as far as Hasbro goes, is they have registered trademark character names. The character names are Nightbeat, Overload. I actually put Overlord. I misread it, so my apologies. Sunstreaker, Rook, and Strongcarm. Kane.
Maybe Strong Arm.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Strongarm. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if the K was supposed to be a G. I'm not sure.
Okay. Maybe I mistyped that too. Let's see. It's a toy trademark and not a cartoon. So some are thinking Generations figure, maybe Masterpiece or something like that. I did read what you said that it would be Takara probably that would capture the Sunstreaker name before it would be Hasbro. So definitely there. And we also know that we saw a Nightbeat that they were going to be coming out with that Generations Bumblebee mold. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it still leaves the other two in question because we know there was an Overload in Armada. Other than that, it's like, I mean, I think it'd be cool to get a Generations version of that. But I mean, these could be potentially either BotCon 2014 offerings. They could be the souvenir figures. I mean, they could be a wide variety of stuff that could be coming out.
Yeah.
In the next year or so. So who knows? Could take them 3 years. So
I wouldn't mind seeing an Overload Micromaster that they did back in the day. That would be kind of cool. But yeah.
This piece of news just got so much less exciting whenever I realized it wasn't Overlord. So. All right, the next thing is Transformer Collectors Club figures delayed until June. Now, explain this to us, Dakota.
Basically, because there was quite a bit of back and forthing on Twitter, the first shipment of Figure Subscription Service toys, which was the first 3 toys that was supposed to release, the factory, and it's the factory's fault all over again, was sent. Yeah, it was sent with the second shipment of Figure Subscription Service stuff, which ironically enough is also sent with the BotCon figures, which is, you know, all this. So it's so convenient that, oh, this will never happen again. Yet it happened again, and I'm pretty sure it's saving someone somewhere some cost on freight. You know, it's a little ridiculous.
They did this last year.
They did this last year.
And so we all assumed that's what it was, and they came out and were like, no, it was a factory fault. You know, that's why it won't happen again. And then, not even a full year later,
we get false promises like, oh no, everything's ironed out with the factory. You know, that stuff won't happen again. And are we in 2013, guys? Because it's a California BotCon. People aren't getting their toys when they're supposed to. What's going on here? Did I travel back in time? So, you know, I don't know. A little update with all that though is they did say that as far as like transmutate goes, because I know that was like my only real main concern. The pre-order information for the pre-order for Transmutate, they'll tweet about it this week on Twitter, which ironically is the same week that BotCon registration is supposed to go live. So, and I say supposed to, I mean we'll see all this, you know, we'll believe all this when we see it. So, you know, apparently those are on schedule like they're supposed to be now. Magically, now it's a spring-summer date instead of a spring date, whatever. So there is that, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of glad I didn't buy into the figure subscription service this year. Granted, there was like one figure in the whole lot that I wanted, so I don't know.
I think it's funny, but
yeah, it is.
All right, some other stuff from the Thailand Toy Expo. You have future. Is it Future models or future models? SD Optimus Prime? I don't know. Something like that. But you get another super deformed Optimus Prime. You got the Kids Logic one out there. I mean, this is like the fifth one now. But here you go. Get this guy.
Josh, dude, your pre-orders must be like killing on these super deformed guys with their cute bug eyes.
I don't have any of them.
You're waiting on one that looks like them little cartoons you post, aren't you?
Oh yeah. No, they come out with baby Transformers, dude. They are bought. I got some more pictures here of Hot Rod Rodimus. I mean, whichever one. So it's a little close up of him. Looks like you're going to get some decent articulation. Looks like neck, shoulder, elbow. I don't know about waist. I really can't tell. But in the hips and the knee. So.
Oh, you're going to pay for it, though.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all those guys. You get their little Roadbuster over here as well.
That's right. That little Roadbuster transformed, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it did.
That means the Hot Rod and the Optimus more than likely will too, huh?
I haven't seen that, so I'm not gonna say.
Okay. Well, it'd be neat.
I don't want to say like it's a possibility, and then someone takes it for like.
He works for the company. He said so.
He said. Then you also have some future models or future models. I don't know. Optimus Prime. It's basically a Action Master.
Because everyone loves Action Masters.
And you can see you can open his chest, and he's got the Matrix there. So. Oh, and Energon X as well. And as you saw, here you have Grimlock. Same thing. Would any of y'all buy these things? I'm sure there's a market for it, but and Grimlock has different heads as well. So you have his regular version, and then he's got like a more comic style version where the ears kind of flare out to the side. Or I'm going to call them ears, horns, or whatever.
Honestly, man, I think the only one that's going to ever be worth buying, and this is just my opinion, because Transformers are supposed to transform, is going to be that Alpha Trion.
Yeah.
You know, other than that.
Well, and you can turn him into A3 too, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one that you can
turn
into that? Yeah, so the rest of them,
We looked at that last week too. And I think the last thing from, this is actually from Japan's Super Festival 65, Unicron head. I think we looked at this a while back, but now we can kind of see a little bit better images of it. It's just a giant head with some really nice detail in there. You can see some of the little lines and robotic stuff, so some nice detail in there.
And it will cost you $9 million. No.
It will definitely creep the crap out of you or someone if they walk in your room and not expecting that. So
Just put the Unicron head on the mantle. Every time someone walks in, just like, oh, hail the Dark Lord.
I'd put it on the wall. It's like, yeah, check out my little prize right there. Yeah.
Put it on the hood of your car.
Unicron.
Yeah.
A hood
Killed it in the wild a few months back.
I'll attach a chain and wear that sucker around my neck.
There you go.
You'd have back problems in like 3 years.
You can see that this is after the battle, obviously, so where they burst out of his eyes. Some detail down there, lips and stuff. So.
Oh, you can brush his teeth. That's nice.
Yeah, pretty cool.
He already comes with smoker's teeth.
Ooh. All right, now getting into the toys that most people probably were kind of waiting for. It's kind of a lot of big third-party news this week. So, first thing is Toy World H03 Swamper. This is the not Skull Cruncher. And I'll kind of scan through these.
I'll be honest. TF Source has been sending me solicitations for these.
Goodness, they've been spamming.
For like the last week, and it's like every time I see it, like, man, that actually looks really good. I didn't care for their Autobot ones, but these are looking pretty nice. So I may have found my market for the Decepticon Headmasters.
Jim, what do you think?
I'm gonna stick with Fans Project when they release that. His alt mode looks okay, but I wish his snout was a little bit longer. Look more like a crocodile, in my opinion, but it's not too bad. But I like Fans Project a little more.
Yeah, the snout does look more like an alligator than a crocodile. Right here, so it being wider. I just like the Fans Project, and it looks like he's smiling, and I don't remember him like
smiling.
Like he's just happy to be here, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Toy World versions, but to each their own. Some people like them, some people don't like the Fans Project ones. I prefer the Fans Project ones. They're a little bit more just kind of sleek design. These are larger though, so if you're someone that wants just big figures sitting on your shelf, then this would be the way to go.
Yeah.
There's always a market for those kind of people.
And that's usually me, but I don't like that. I like the more sleek design Fans Project version. So.
And this green, I don't know how final this is. The kind of the pinkish color, it's done right. It's pretty dead on accurate. The green should be a little bit more kind of hunter green, I think, or a little bit darker, if that's what hunter green is. So.
Look at us talking about colors we don't know nothing about now.
I got a color palette chart right here.
TW02B Nemesis Orion. They're not Nemesis Prime or Black Convoy.
You're losing me, Toy World.
Did any of you guys get the regular Orion?
I thought pretty hard about it, but I didn't.
Basically your IDW Optimus Prime, so
it does a really good job at it. Granted, the colors were a little meh. I mean, it looks okay, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I'm at a loss, I guess, for words at this point on all of that. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling the whole Nemesis treatment.
Jim, what about you, man?
I don't know. I'm not really digging it too much. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. I don't like the fact that didn't the original Ryan was just a pain in the butt to transform. just took a long time because all the paneling and so forth, and I don't having this version of it. I don't really, no, I don't want to waste the money, stuff like that. So
we got comments. So just before we go to the next one,
okay, I don't think it looks bad. You know, if you're a fan of the Orion or the IDW Optimus Prime, then maybe you get this. To me, I'd rather just pay a little bit extra, or not a little bit, but it's a bit more, but get the MP10B. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something that's still readily available at that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't think this looks bad.
No, it looks good, but it doesn't do it for me.
I know some people are probably gonna like it. I think even some people said they like it. Yeah, Dalton said I think he did. That he likes it.
But for the Nemesis collectors out there, I mean, it's a nice added piece to your collection. So.
All right, go ahead. We'll just look at this and
right.
go ahead and get to the comments.
Random Man the Awesome introduced all of us again with Unicron in your background. Roctimus joined us. Hey, what's up, man? Chris has joined us. What's up? As far as the whole shipment delayed, Dalton said, save someone, cough, cough, Brian Savage, cost on freight. Chris said, since when are we able to see how many people are watching live? Josh, you could probably answer that better than I can.
Who asked that?
Chris did.
It says at the bottom right-hand corner by links.
I think since he's watching it on the YouTube channel, it's actually showing how many people are watching us live. Must be a Google thing.
Freaking Google.
Doing something weird.
Alpha Tryon 92 says, "Hi guys, what are your?" I guess this is something like we could do as a topic. I don't know if we want to get into this right now, but he says, "Hi guys, what are your views about Hasbro's distribution issues, empty pegs, and out of stock status for any cool stuff on their website as well?" Don't forget, Dakota, to read the comments. I mean, that's I don't know. I mean, I can answer that probably pretty quick. It's not Hasbro distributing it. It's the retailers that distribute it. Retailers get everything in their main warehouses and distribute it to all the other retail stores. Hasbro Toy Shop isn't directly owned by Hasbro. It's just a company that rented the name and sells nothing but Hasbro products. To dumb all of that down and keep it short and sweet, that's how that works. Dalton asked, or Dalton said, he said that Toy World Skull Cruncher looks amazing. Dustmite said TF Source is getting horrendous with its service, and the spamming is out of control. Hail Hydra!
God, I could probably spend a good amount of rant just on that, too, about TF Source, but we can talk about it at the end.
Yeah. He also says Orion is a really nice and solid figure and is well done. Says the recolor is a definite buy for him, so cool. Charles also says he agrees with us on the Toy World Swamp, or he agrees with you guys. He doesn't agree with me, evidently. Toy World Swamper looks meh. Fans Project is the way to go as far as Headmasters.
It's a smart man right there.
For you, Charles. Golden Boy.
Golden Boy.
Golden Boy Charles. I don't even know why I just called him Charles. How dare me? He is Golden Boy Charles. I'll take 50 lashings now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this thing that we've been staring at for a while now, it's Toy World's 10W01B, the Hegemon. It's going to be their black version. This is going to be coming out around the same time as this as well. So.
I think they could have capitalized on the Hegemon mold being the remember in the '86 movie when Megatron was getting reformatted as Galvatron?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a pretty sweet deco instead of
that would have been cool, yeah.
The umpteenth just black repaint. But I don't know. I guess it homages the the e-hobby version, Jaim?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it works, I guess.
The micro gun. Gun Robo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. And then Godbot says, why can't they just fix the problems with the original? So, Yeah.
It's cool for people who want to own the mold, but I mean, I don't know. The original is pretty floppy, so take with that what you will.
All right, so here we have Mastermind Creations news. This is going to be their R01D Shadow Emissary. So, yeah, so you see them here, and then here is, look at them here as well.
So not a great shot.
Yeah, no great shot, no Shadow Moreau. We'll just give you a black version of 6-shot. There you go.
Black,
we'll let
purple,
you pretend it's
and
Shadow
green
Maru.
here. Now, I believe this was also in the Leo Ducks comic as well, with this color. So that's where they came with the idea, I guess. So, I don't know. I haven't looked at the comic, but one of my buddies told me that. Not getting it. I mean, I was kind of interested in a great shot or Shadow Maru, depending on how they looked, and if there was quite a few differences that really kind of separated them. Also, you know, there's subtle changes with them as well, so I didn't want them to look just, you know, be a repaint with a different head, you know. Yeah. So a little disappointed on this one.
Yeah.
And we can see our final images of the Mastermind Creations R02 Feral Rex Talon, which is their not dive bomb. Some of these pictures are a little blurry. Some of them you can see pretty well. So, but everything on this is final. This is the way it is going to look whenever you get it in hand. So just kind of showing it off here. It's going to really be hard to be better than that Leo Ducks, because that thing is awesome. But dive bomb is always been kind of like the favorite as far as the Predacons. He's always been the most articulated as well as far as the G1s go. And those wings look sweet. You'd obviously take him off. He's got his sniper rifle. He's got these little bit guns on his arms. He also has these little daggers or swords as well. And is that a longer sword, I guess, right there? Maybe that's the sniper rifle. You guys there?
Yeah, it looks good though. This is going to be one that's going to be hard to pass up at BotCon if I see the entire. Well, actually, it's not going to all be out right.
No.
Yeah, I forgot. This is Mastermind Creations we're talking about. So.
Yeah, but
got another year for this thing.
The whole set, man, looks really nice.
Yeah, it does. That sword is awesome.
Yeah. All right, now getting into X2 toys. They're not Autobot clones. So we got a couple of pictures here that we looked at in the beginning. And finally see them put together. So here you have Fastlane and Cloudraker. What are your guys' thoughts on this? There's a little closer look at Cloudraker right there.
I'll be honest, I don't really care for it. Just to be short and sweet about it. I don't like that they're doing it in masterpiece scale to begin with. And I don't know, something, if you go down to the newest images that we see, like, what's the deal with his leg? Like that ball joint on his leg. In the black picture, the picture with the mostly black background.
The inside of the ball joint, see, there's a cut right here. It would look like there was a cut, like right there. But this is the way that, I mean, they're the ones that made them and put them together. So if that's the way that they want us to get our first impressions on, I don't like the open ball joint. Just
yeah.
Why
is it exposed? They should seems like it should be turned. Like that piece should be rotated around so it covers up that piece, but
it looks like there's a cut there. I don't know if that's just kind of like a little panel line or what, but it looks like there's a cut there to where if you could rotate that and then keep the leg here, that would be fine. But
bottom line, they don't look like twins to me.
No.
If you look at the two pictures together, they don't look anything alike.
Yeah, people were. I saw people that they're like, well, one's taller than the other for one, and I mean the waist, they look the same. The shoulders and arms look the same. The chest, yeah. The heads, I think those are about the same there. I mean, they're close.
Yeah.
You know, you look at the thigh, oh, those ugly thighs, but the knee here. So you're gonna have a few different things like the wheels there, and it looks like they're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I don't know how much closer they could have made it. But on Fastlane, if you guys remember, let me find it here. That's the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they got this right to where they're doing the two wheels in the back, and they're doing the one wheel here in the front.
I just think they could have done a little better job with hiding parts and pieces to make them look more like clones, so it's kind of hard to like distinguish the two of them. Being a third-party company, they could have engineered it somehow, so they could have done it a little bit better. But
and this is Cybertronian too, so that way people don't get it confused thinking that it should look like a Formula car or anything like that. So there's a close-up of Cloud Raker there, and then these little guns here, they actually kind of transform, or you can plug them on the shoulders and do different kinds of stuff. Kind of showing the posability or the balance right there. There is Fastlane. So I think that's all I had on him. I'm probably going to be passing. I'm going to wait for someone else to come out with them. I do like the face sculpts, but God, those thighs right there. That's just
that open ball joint. That's what killed it. I mean, were that closed, and maybe if they were scaled down a little bit more, dude. I mean, I would be pretty tempted.
Here's something cool that we didn't really know a whole lot about from X2 Toys. This is the XT005 Project Gemini. And the only picture we had to kind of look at this thing was this in the beginning. Didn't really know what it was. Was it a Ravage? Was it maybe a Pounce? Because they're doing the Autobot clones. I think it's a Voltron piece.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you look right here, there's a number 2. And that definitely looks more like a Voltron line head than it does Pounce,
And the chest piece is a dead giveaway. Or the combined chest piece, rather that. Unless their Pounce and Wingspan are going to look like Voltron, I don't...
and like this little piece right here, if you remember on the Voltron figures, that they had like little daggers and stuff like that you could put in their their mouths, and instead of that, it looks like they just put it here, and that could that's probably the chest piece as well.
And once we see a color version of it, it'll be a dead giveaway.
But instead of transforming into a robot, it actually transforms into a gun as well. So for you guys that have always wanted a line gun, there you go. And it will fit into Generations Deluxe hands here. So
X2 Toys, you know what I always want, don't you?
Wow.
My goodness. That was a joke, by the way. I don't know. I hope that didn't come off too serious, but it's neat to be able to incorporate it, I guess. The whole Transformers Voltron thing, if that's something that people are all about. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking.
Yeah, I think it's stupid that it turns into a gun. I mean, really. I mean, the Generation figures don't have the greatest joints in the world, and you're gonna put this heavy figure as a gun. It's just gonna, yeah. I don't think so.
I also look at this picture and notice that he's bending it just straight up.
Yep.
Because you can't hold the freaking thing.
Super glue on that shoulder joint as well. But if he had it extended straight out, that thing would just fall down.
Yep.
Bring the whole figure down. So
yeah, that reminds me of that what was it, BMOG or whatever?
BMOG or something. Yeah, I quit talking about it just because I didn't think our listeners or watchers were.
Well, I mean, if it were like, I don't know, like that's what that kind of reminds me of, and were they executed the same, where the actual guns turned into, I don't know, maybe a robot or something else, the little gun animal looking guys, like I don't know, I think that would be a pretty cool market, but.
All right, we'll move on to the next thing. Mike and Toys Quantron Blindfire. This is the not strafe, so I've got both of them right here, so you can see him in his jet mode, and you can see light speed here. I forget the name for light speed. It's the next thing, but you can see them both right here. And the thing about this is, I think that they'll come in a 5-pack, but some people are thinking 5-pack, but others are thinking that these two are going to come as a 2-pack. And then you're going to get the other two in a 2-pack, and then you're going to get Scattershot, not Scattershot, by himself.
It would make sense.
That's how they'll probably do it.
They'll probably do it both ways. I don't know.
And these are going to be coming out, I believe, in June.
Nice.
And here's a better look at him in his robot mode. I do like the looks of him, man. It does look cool. So it's the only picture I got of him.
How far apart do you think they're going to be releasing these guys?
Well, they said they'll start hitting in June. I think they're going to be trying to come out with them all around the same time, or they're going to do like the Warbitron, kind of like the next month thing.
Okay.
And then they'll probably come out with just a full box set eventually as well.
It's kind of the same thing they do with Devastator, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you saw that, and then this guy's name, God, I have no idea how to say that. Do any of y'all? Celeritas? I don't know. Celeritas, whatever that is. Not light speed. Here he is in his robot mode. Unfortunately, we can't see his face very well, so hopefully it's just kind of the angle. I think it is the angle. But what do you think about those two guys so far? Does it entice you enough to want to get the set? You know that they're going to be relatively cheap, or cheap for third-party combiners, because I think you can get the Make Toys or Maki Toys Green Giant Devastator for like the entire box set for like $355.
I'm just not a big fan of this particular. Yeah, I mean it's not a combiner. It's not like Predaking or God Neptune, King Poseidon, or Lio Kaiser. It's not a combiner that's like on my super high. Man, I'd like that kind of list. So.
A lot of people are really excited about this, though.
I would probably end up picking it up just because, like you said, it's going to be fairly inexpensive for a third party, and it's the first time we're getting Computron, and Make Toys does a really good job on their stuff. So,
oh yeah,
I would pick it up, and you never know, Abominus might be right around the corner.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet.
They go great together.
Abominus was one of my favorite ones. So, all right, and just to kind of start the discussion here, Maki Toys, Quantron, Metal Storm. So this is going to be their not Scattershot, so you can kind of get the general idea what he's going to look like or the design they have planned for him. So this is already in the third-party news discussion. So as I get more stuff, I'll put it in there, or whenever you get new stuff, why don't you put it in there? And we'll skip to the next thing here. Forget those guys. The Mecha Ideas Demolition Crew 03 Piston and Gauntlet. We can see some card prototypes.
Man, I am looking forward to these. After Mach 5 broke my heart and canceled, man, Mecha Ideas coming through, giving me another wrecker. Cannot wait for it.
And here's some more photos. So there's that thing.
And at like half the price that Mach 5 was wanting for it too? Yeah, thank you. Man. They're supposed to be hitting like this month or next month, I think, so there's that to look forward to as well.
Wow, that's soon. Cool.
Yep. So there's all those guys. And keep it on with Mech Ideas. Here you have the Techno Toon Titans. So get a little better look at them. They're colored prototypes. I believe they said they did something different here in the like. I'm not sure as far as transformation. There's your Luigi. You got the little wrench. I'm sorry. And the little plumber over here as well.
It's cool to see those come to light. I'm not an animated fan or collector, but apparently Derek J. Wyatt does. He did the designs for those, so that's pretty cool too. And it's also neat that that retailer is picking them up since they kind of didn't do so well at pre-orders everywhere else. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I think that is it's. I think the link is somewhere in here. Is that it? No. I don't know where it's at. It's not hard to find though. All right, the next thing that we have here, TFC Toys Protectobot Gumball, so not their Streetwise character. Here you can see him in box. And also have some in-hand images, courtesy of tfclub.com. And wasn't really thrilled the way that these look. I'm not a TFC fan, so has a lot to do with it.
I'm just not a Protectobots fan.
I like them, but knowing the history of TFC, I'm just going to wait until they're all released, get the box set if I really want to, knowing full well that the box is going to probably drop in price also. Just got to remember to pick up that added-on kit that you need because they never give you everything in the stinking box at first. So,
yeah.
But not willing to drop $100 right now just to get one, and wait for the rest of them.
And that's typical little connector point there. So. Not a big fan of these. I'll wait till another company does them. So, if I decide to get them. Just a couple of quick images here. Dakota Toys loves to be on the Cybercast, so he released another image that we haven't seen yet, just so we could have something to talk about. And this is what the box is going to look like for their Kronos, not Masterpiece Jetfire figure.
If it there looks like there's a little place where you could probably put a pack of Japanese cigarettes or Chinese cigarettes in there.
For scale, should have done that.
Yeah, so they can send that and have it all in a foam insert. Man, Hasbro, Jetfire, goodbye. Dakota Toys, hello.
You open up the Dakota Toys, so you're like, there's a little foam insert. It looks like the size for a pack of cigarettes.
Like, nice. Wow, 3 pack of cigarettes and a foam insert with my purchase. I like this.
You guys are crazy. All right, here's another one. TFC Toys Project Ares Cannabis, not Headstrong. His package. So
yeah,
what the final version of he looks like right there.
It's his Audi belly button there.
Audi belly button.
Yeah.
God.
Well, look at this. You see exactly where it is. It's actually looks like it's putting a crease in the plastic there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That's something that I'd be worried about. You know. I mean, if you're wanting to get this guy, that horn might be broken off or something.
Scuffed up. The paint's gonna come off.
The box is obviously a little damaged here. So I just noticed that.
Good job, TFC.
You sure that's not the little twist tie in there?
You know what? It might.
Yeah.
Be. Yeah, it could be. Good eye.
To keep it in place, but still, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. In their little add-on kit, there's probably going to be a replacement for that thing.
Yeah. It'll be a chromed one.
All right, so check out this. This is another new third-party company. It seems like every week there's like 1 or 2 new third-party companies, but this is Bold Forms Gladius. This is a not G1, G2 Megatron. So in his robot mode, he's supposed to look like G1 Megatron. But whenever you transform him into his alt mode, he's supposed to look like G2 Megatron.
Oh, wow.
So like IDW Tank Megatron, essentially?
So, yeah. Come on, Takara. Let's start making this big.
No kidding.
So, I mean, this is as far as they are right now, and they said that this thing's coming in summer of 2014. Really?
Wow.
Giving yourself a lot of time there. They also have another figure in the works, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but it is their not Motormaster. I put Minosaur on here. I meant to put Motormaster, but yeah, that's all we know. They haven't even come up with a name for it yet, or anything else. But here's the other picture.
Meh.
No.
I'm not about buying individual figures like this. It's combiner. No, thank you. So, and maybe it will be. We'll definitely have to see some more.
I trust it's going to look better than that, though.
You hope.
This is what you get right here. Now getting into the add-ons. This is Firefair FF01 King of Fire. Add-on set for Grimlock. And you get the Fire Fist, you get the Fire Crown, you also get the Fire Blade as well. So a couple of pictures of this guy here.
Be cool if they came with like a fire piece for his abdomen and called it the Fire Guts. See what I did there? I don't know.
He doesn't have Fire Guts power.
Well, he doesn't have to. His guts can just be on fire, and then that's Fire Guts. I don't know. I like it. I think it's a really cool looking add-on.
You can slide this on the sword, and you can also put it into his mouth whenever he's in T-Rex mode, and I do have a picture of that.
It's nice looking, but I'm a plain Jane, I guess, displayer. I think it looks fine just the way he is, without all the flames and stuff and whatnot.
It's not like he's the Fallen or anything.
Yeah.
Once you add the platform shoes from Scoria, then you get all this too. I mean, he's just gonna be like all decked out. He's got bling all over the place. Just gonna keep him normal. Firefair has also released FF02 King of Evil add-on for Toy World Hegemon. So you're going to get foot plates and 2 heads. So that's basically what the face plates look like. You're going to have one open mouth and the other one kind of just a smirk here. And that's what you're going to get. And you see the foot plates here, which does do a little bit for it. Now, from what I've read, you're going to have to take these off when you transform it. So,
well designed.
Yeah, so now it's just kind of like, what's the point?
Yeah.
The head that comes with Hegemon is already pretty good anyways, so I don't know.
So just a couple looks at this guy.
At first I thought it was going to be like a new cannon, and I was like, that looks like the cannon that already comes with it, but I don't know, guess I should have read more into it.
And that's the reason they do in the foot plates. That's what his feet look like by himself. I think he's probably fine that way.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it works for me.
That way you can transform him, and you don't have to like, oh, I'm transforming this guy. Let me get my feet out. So you plug in his feet. Then you want to transform him back. You got to take these off and
so
run back up.
Will his Reeboks have anywhere to store in gun mode, or? I mean, I'm guessing not.
Yeah.
They haven't given us any pictures. This is all I have. You even get a collector card for an add-on? Wow. Dude, they're getting crazy with collector cards. Alright, and Mastermind Creations Stag Cleavers. They'll be going up for pre-order soon, as seen in his comic. So you can now have those if you like.
Got a quick, just curious kind of question.
I have an answer.
Okay, did they, yeah, I mean, it's the same question I asked there, but I'm curious if they actually, like, used the Shapeways versions, or if that was just, like, their own kind of brand new mold.
And I did answer that, and I
See, I don't
said,
get the notifications on my phone.
I said, why would you have to be granted permission on something you, Mastermind Creations, designed yourself?
Because I don't know, it's a fan's work. They put all the work into it. It
This
just
ain't
seems fair and
Mastermind
right.
Creations work. This is their comic.
That could be their comic, but it's not. I mean, you know, it goes back to they could or could not have used the molds or whatever. It was just a genuine question.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been neat if they used that fan's designs, or even maybe said, "Hey, man, we'd really like to use this mold," or you
They
know,
obviously had plans on coming out with this thing, before the fan even put theirs up. And no, I don't think they're exactly the same anyway.
that's the only thing I was wondering was if they were exactly the same.
But that's kind of I don't know. It's a weird thing. I'm on board with you that I don't think third-party companies or anyone else should rip off fans' work. And especially try to pass it off on their own. Now, if they want to buy it from the fan or the designs or a concept idea, whatever, then that's fine. But you're talking about they have a comic. The only reason that the fan even made it is because Mastermind Creations comes out with a comic with their figures, and they took something that they saw in there and they tried to make it exactly the same thing. Well, they're ripping off Mastermind Creations at that point.
Well, the same thing can be said about the War for Cybertron weapons that Fake Buster made and the Crown for Starscream that he made.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's like they put the work into making a model of that would work, and had to spend who knows how much money getting all these samples from Shapeways to make sure it would fit, and so on and so forth. I mean, it'd just be a really neat way to reward the fans. Because I mean that's who's buying, especially with third-party stuff. Like that's who's buying your stuff, anyways.
If I'm Mastermind Creations, I'm like, look, if you want to take something out of our comic and make it on your own as far as shapeways or whatever you want to do, then whatever. We're not going to get into a big deal about it because we are using the idea of these Hasbro Takara characters like Six Shot, even though it's completely redesigned. This is what we kind of talked about in the CCN topic show, but it's completely redesigned, so it's not an exact copy, but they are using the kind of likeness almost of Six Shot here. But whenever they decide they want to come out with something in their comic, let's say like they haven't released the, I believe Chain Claw is in one of the comics, and we know that they're wanting to come out with one, but let's say they haven't decided yet, and someone decided that I'm going to make that figure based on what I saw in their comic. That's kind of the same thing, and then they come out with theirs. It's they're not really, they're the ones being ripped off because it was their original idea. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I mean, I was just in terms of exact mold, like if it's the exact everything to 100%, like that's just my question and I guess my concern.
Did they take the did they buy the Shapeway kit from Shapeways and then say we're recasting this and they came out with it? No.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to know, and that's cool that they didn't do that.
All right, the other thing, X2 Toys. Well, this is an add-on. I would have put it with the other stuff, but this is just it's so boring and irrelevant that I put it at the end because it's boring. But the X2 Toys Generations Orion packs, I actually deleted this discussion. I don't know when, but I thought that this was canceled because we haven't heard anything else. And you know what? This is the new picture that they revealed, and I think we even had more previously. I don't know. It's
So
I don't know what to say about it.
I see the trailer. What's that thing in front of it? Is that supposed to just be like, hey, here's just a really crappy drawing of Generations Orion packs, or is that going to be like some armor that attaches to them?
Well, here's the thing: is if I can find this guy, is it here? No, is it here? I think it's on this guy. I just put it because they were putting all these things under the same thing. This picture right here. Maybe that's it. because they put XT005 on the clones, they put it on the Voltron thing, they've put it on, this guy, and I'm just like, what? I don't know if this is just kind of like a series or what, but the XT005, it got really confusing until we started seeing some stuff come out. So I think this picture actually goes with this guy here, because that's what that looks like, in my opinion. So.
Yeah.
Do you have the one last thing, but you want to get caught up on comments, and then we'll kind of get into that.
Yes. Chris just said, as a viewer, he said we can see all the amount now. He just asked some of his viewers, and they said the same. Dalton said, Make Toys Quantron is bought. Their strafe and light speed look fantastic. He also asked if that was Revoltech Woody hand behind piston, and I don't know what a Revoltech Woody is. Chris also said those are,
The Toy Story.
Oh, wow, they actually made Revoltech Toy Story?
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Nobody's safe.
So Chris also said those are some good molds of animated goodness, referring to the Mario and Luigi. He also said the Grimlock and Megatron add-on looks pretty good. He said more so for Megatron, and he asked Grimlock Fire Punch. Meh. Charles also said the Flame add-on kit for Masterpiece Grimlock is a little much. So says the Golden Boy.
All right, so the little bit of info to discuss about the Transformer universe. You have the Founders Pack, and let's see, what do I get on the Founders Pack? There are going to be 4 available packs: Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Cyber Knight. All Founders will receive an exclusive avatar title to display in forums after their purchase. Founders will also have a whole collection of bonus content depending on the pack purchased, ranging from equipment bundles, warrior upgrades, and in-game tools and exclusive warriors and body kits, blah blah blah. They also, let's see here, it says the big surprise is the $449.99 for the Cyber Knight pack, which is, the biggest one, and you also get a 1-inch figurine statue. Let's see, there's a little bit more information on this.
Sorry, did you just say $449?
Yes.
Does that come with better game graphics?
No. Here's the thing. This is a free-to-play, and unless you want these, exclusive things that are going to actually help you, and this is what I kind of hate about games, is like I for the longest time I played the Transformer Legend game, the card game, and then it was fun, and I put in a lot of time. Like, I was majorly addicted to it. Like, you get new battle cubes like every, you can have 3 at the most, and it takes 3 hours once you use them to get all 3 back. Like, I would set my alarm when I was sleeping so I could wake up 3 hours from then so that I could start playing again, use it up, and then I'd go back to sleep and set my alarm again. So I was majorly addicted to it. I put in a lot of, effort because I wanted to be, like high up on the leaderboard, and I was pretty high up there. I think at one time, I hit, double digits. So, but then they came into the thing to where now you can purchase cards. And so if you want to spend whatever, $2, $3, $5, $10, you can spend, whatever you want. Then you can get these extra cards. And now that we're battling each other, someone can spend 10 minutes on the game. They spend whatever, $30, $40, and they can beat me even though I put in all the time. So it's no longer fun that way, in my opinion. If you get extra better guns, better characters, and stuff like that. Seems like the Transformer Universe game is doing the exact same thing, to where, yeah, it's free to play, but if you don't want to be getting slaughtered all the time, then you're gonna have to, spend some money, and upgrade. So I hate stuff like that. It gives other players an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily who was better, but it's I paid more money than you did, so I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah. I get all the special perks, weapons, and stuff, and I'm just gonna annihilate you.
And a 1-inch figurine statue.
Yeah. That's so irrelevant, in my opinion. But, did you guys have anything else? Or Dakota, you have like some background noise going on, so
It's my air conditioning unit.
okay. Did you guys have anything else?
No, not really.
No, I don't.
Okay, guys, I am not going to be on the aftercast. I actually have to work tonight, so let you guys know. I don't know if James,
Should I cancel it?
Are you still going to keep it going? Or?
Should I just cancel it? No, yeah, I'll probably. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, probably keep it going. We'll dedicate it to you.
Okay. You start at 9, and like I go in at 9, so I might be able to catch some of it. We're usually kind of busy at the very beginning, so I haven't worked a Saturday in like I don't know, a couple years or 3 years, so we'll see.
Man.
We'll see how it is.
Getting back in the game, huh?
Well, not really.
Yeah.
Just picking up a shift for someone.
Yeah, man. That turns into, oh, hey, man, we really need you every Saturday. That's how it happened for me.
No, they know. She knows better than that. They're not stupid people.
You apparently don't work in you don't work in a what is it basically like Louisiana is. It's a
I do not work in Louisiana. No.
It's a weird. It's a terrible state to work in. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It's
all right,
right
well,
to
guys,
work. I don't know. I can't remember what it is.
Why don't you go ahead and tell people where they can find you, and we'll end this thing. James, why don't you go?
I'm Victory Saber 77. You can find me on YouTube and Twitter, and I'm also the host of the Cybercast. Not Cybercast, sorry, Aftercast. Man, woo. The Aftercast. It's on 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you guys want to join, just PM me through YouTube. So, and I usually give out the invites a half hour beforehand so we can get all the technical issues out of the way and stuff. So, there you go.
And I'm Dakota. You can find me everywhere at PrimalSabbath. I also do the Cybercast Network Transformers Topic Show on every day except last week, apparently. And so yeah,
every Tuesday.
Every
we don't
day.
do it every day. I'm about to say, dude, I can't commit anymore.
I do it. No, I do it every day. It's just one day we record it, and then all the other days I'm just talking to myself.
Oh, okay. All right.
Whatever.
That's what it is.
That's the struggle is real. So yeah, you can find me everywhere at PrimalSabbath.
All right, and you can find me G1 Hextron on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. Xbox 360. Then my Facebook page is the G1 Hextron, so go like that if you like. And don't forget about our Cybercast Network stuff. We have the website, www.cybercastnetwork.com. All the things that you saw today, we pulled directly from the website. So you go in there and discuss that. I will eventually, probably tomorrow morning, put in the description all the things we talked about in order and have the links there to where if you want to go directly to that one part, then and talk about it or write something or add a picture, then you can do so. You can also follow us on Cybercast Net on Twitter and like our Facebook page, Cybercast Network. So, and also the YouTube channel, Cybercast Network. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will talk to you next week.